Ladies and gentlemen, Gen Z. You see these Gen Z people that we are talking about, Gen Z? This Gen Z generation that we are dealing with currently, these are the people that made me to believe that we are currently living in the end times, ladies and gentlemen. We are living in the end times. I don't think there's any generation that can come after this generation. The generation is just not generationing. Which generation come after Gen Z? But I don't think there's any generation. After this generation, Jesus is coming. That's why they put Z. Even the people that name them, that put Z as the last alphabet, they know that nothing else is supposed to come. Gen Z people are behaving as if they are the last generation in this. Ladies and gentlemen, one of my nephew, cousin, their son is Gen Z. So they are in Nigeria. And some years ago, I sat down with my nephew's cousin. I don't know whether it's just because, while we were drinking beer, we just said, let the son just come and sit down with us so that I can give us some Gen Z chronicles. Just let us feel among inside the Gen Z spirits. Give us some Gen Z slangs. Let us laugh. Ladies and gentlemen, just because of that, this man thinks that we're friends. Fast forward to yesterday, November. I was in a business meeting. I'm a businessman. You get what I'm saying? I'm important. I was on Teams. I was going over spreadsheets, important stuff, things that have consequence in the world. Ladies and gentlemen, lo and behold, I opened my phone. I had 8.5 missed calls. I said, who is calling me at such time of the day? I'm a businessman. I don't take calls when I'm on business. So I looked at the call ID. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my nephew's cousin's son, Bartholomew. 8.5 missed calls. As I was trying to ignore it, he sent me a long message. He said, please, sir, please call me. It's very urgent. I said, okay, no problem. I told my business partner, I said, hello, I might have an emergency. You get what I'm saying? Give me a second. I will come back for you. And he said, you know that this is business critical because I only deal with business critical stuff. I said, yes, I know this is critical to the business, but I have to take this emergency call. Ladies and gentlemen, I left my business critical meeting and went to call my nephew's cousin's son, the Gen Z. I called this guy. I said, hello, Bartholomew. What is going on? Why are you giving me this amount of missed calls and a paragraph on a work day? Don't you know I'm business critical? And he picked up the call. Ladies and gentlemen, you won't believe what this man said. This is the urgent emergency. Bartholomew told me that his birthday was yesterday and that he and his friends, they rented an Airbnb and that he's getting very stressed out now, that the thing is stressing him. I say, please explain. Go ahead. I was thinking maybe there's somewhere that he's going. You get what I'm saying? Maybe fire cuts the Airbnb and then maybe the Airbnb has burnt and then maybe my nephew's cousin was there or something. He said that the deposits that they were trying to put down for the Airbnb is remaining $250. So he thought that maybe from the bottom of my heart, I can just give him $250 based on birthday and based on his mental health. 8.5 missed calls and a paragraph, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have any Gen Z relative or Gen Z friend or Gen Z enemy, please tell them to avoid me. Let them avoid me. Let them avoid me. These people are the reason. These people will be the reason why I will go to jail. And I will not go to jail in Jesus' name. But Gen Z people, please avoid me. Avoid me. What kind of nonsense call? Don't you know I'm business critical? I almost put PTO to answer this call. Ladies and gentlemen, you people should not annoy me in this